Someone using an elevator does not know anything about its mechanical system or the setup details of the entire unit, nor does he have any effect over them. The interior design and the general mechanical system of this elevator are completely independent of that person's will. But the choice of which floor the elevator will go to belongs to that person. It is up to him to go up to the 7th floor or down to the -7th floor. His will applies there. In this life, our situation is like this example. There are things we can intervene in and there are others we cannot. We are responsible for some choices, but not for others. For example, we don't get to choose whether we are born male or female, our physical characteristics, who our parents are going to be, or the country we are born in. That's why we are not responsible for these things. Let's say you are on top of a mountain and you see two trains coming towards each other. Feeling sorry for the people on the trains, you write on a piece of paper that these trains will crash in 8 seconds. And they actually do crash into each other in 8 seconds. Now, in this situation, can we see something like, the trains crashed because you wrote that on the paper beforehand, therefore you are to blame? Of course not. The trains didn't crash because you wrote that on the paper. You knew that the trains were going to crash, that's why you wrote it. Just as even we can know when the trains are going to crash with our limited knowledge, Allah can surely know what we will do in our lives with His infinite knowledge. But as we said before, Allah's knowledge of events does not impose on or destroy our free will, but rather reflects the reality of those events as they are. The time of the sunrise is written on the calendar, right? But can that writing itself be a factor that forces the sun to rise at that specific time? Of course not. It was written like that based on the movements of the sun in the real life. Similarly, the fact that Allah knows what we will do does not make us do these things. The things that are written in our destiny are there because we are actually going to do them. Knowledge doesn't change reality. It just conforms to it. At this point, we have to clarify that the concept of destiny is basically divided into two. One is involuntary destiny, qadar izdirari, and the other is voluntary destiny, qadar ikhtiyari. Involuntary destiny is the type of destiny that is determined only by Allah, beyond our choice or control. We have no say in them. Voluntary destiny, on the other hand, refers to the actions that we decide to do freely, and this is where we are fully responsible. So the fact that Allah imposes His will on us in certain aspects does not mean that He won't ever hold us accountable for anything. He will hold us responsible for the actions we are able to choose with our own will.